the interview room. Muzzy checking in, the time's here. How you all doing? All right, let's begin. Let's have a chat about the fact that I want to interview the best fighters in the world, and that's that. Had a lot of guests from everywhere, all across the globe. Fighters tell me about the journey.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Mudzy here from Muay Thai Interviews once again. And my next guest, this is a bit of a catch-up. We last chatted just over a year ago. Since then, he's been undefeated. He shows no signs of slowing down, and he's making a very good case to cement himself as the best super middleweight in Australia. He's got a world title kickboxing fight coming up on the 1st of June on Chaos Promotions in Canberra. And then 2 weeks later, he's fighting again on Tag Team Championship promotion in Queensland. He goes by the nicknames The Smiling Assassin and The Bubb. I'm joined by the man himself, and he's very high in demand, Charlie Bubb. Once again, how are you, buddy?
Good, mate. Thanks for having me. Great to be back on.
Mate, you are a man in demand at the moment. Last time we chatted, you were preparing for Jake Lund. Since then, you've beaten him to take out the Eruption Super Middleweight title, and so far you've defended it against LBD, aka Lyndon Bin Doroho. I hope I got that right, and Eddie Farrell. And then last month, you fought on Kings of Combat against Vedat H, handing him his second loss ever. You've been on an absolute rampage so far, mate. So, what's been happening since we've last chatted?
I've got to put a throw out in there to Stefan Lotterin too. I fought him on Domination. He's got to be one of the toughest kids in Australia.
That's right.
I've never seen someone cop 3 rounds of punishment like he is, so shout out to him. But, other than that, just been training, working, keeping real, really. Just trying to smash out, trying to be the best fighter I can be at the moment.
Absolutely, mate. And I'm sorry I forgot Stefan. And did you see your nice little handiwork? I seen he put a video up on Instagram of the nice cut you did on his forehead. They were sitting there making voices with it. It was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I was watching in the fight. I didn't even think it was that bad. It was just because it wasn't bleeding much, just like a scratch or something.
Yeah. And
then Danny, one of my trainers, went and took the video afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, nah, that's gross." Even I thought that was gross, and that's saying something.
Yeah. Well, you're used to cutting people, mate. So since then, like, you fought Jake, beat him. You defended against Lyndon, and then Eddie Farrell. Now, I'm keen to hear about how, because you and Eddie, before you both fought on Eruption, you both fought on Domination. That was where you fought Stefan, and then he fought Toby. Now, I heard afterwards you guys having a couple of beers and talking, and one thing led to another, and you thought it'd be good for you two to fight each other. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, after Eddie fought Toby and I fought Stefan, we were back in the hotel room. I think it was, I was there, Danny was there, Paulie, the promoter of Eruption, was there, Peasy was there, with his fighter, and Eddie's missus was there, and then, about 1 o'clock in the morning, we just got talking about fights, and we're fighting around the same weight. I was like, we want to do it. And I was like, don't clinch me and we'll do it. So, like, we're both pretty keen on Elbow Fest, so, just Paulie was there, so I was like, why don't we just make it on your show? And then, a couple months later, it was all signed up, ready to go, and then, I think we put on a pretty good show.
That's what I like, mate. No beating around the bush, just get in and get it done. Yeah,
definitely.
And then another one I'm keen to talk about was your last fight, Vedat H. Was that your first time in actual just kickboxing rules?
Yeah, even as a amateur, I've only ever fought mod Thai or full Thai, so it was completely outside the box for us.
Yeah, so how did you find that? Because he's a certified, definitely a world class, world champion fighter. I think he'd had over 50 fights, and he'd only had one loss prior to you fighting him, so you handed him your second loss. Give us your thoughts on that fight, because I really liked the way you fought there. You were frustrating him. You could see he was wanting you to come towards him, but you weren't getting a bar of it. You weren't getting drawn into the sledging. You just, you can come to me, and then he would come to you, and you just countered him perfectly.
Yeah, well, we're actually preparing for Eddie, and Paulie rang us saying that Hashim needed a fighter for that, and I was out at Danny's house, and then we're like, we'll watch a video, we'll see what he's like, and I think first round into the video, we're like, yeah, 100%, let's take it. Rang him up, and then it was made that arvo. Yeah, I knew he was going to be a big puncher, so there's no way whenever he was calling me on the ropes, I was like, not a chance, mate. Like,
Yeah.
I knew it was going to hurt, so I was like, right, I would nah, you play my game plan, and then we had Johnny Miller in the corner. We had Danny, Donny, my other trainer, Andrew Abbott, and Big Sam Cassidy down from Melbourne, and as soon as I got back to the corner, they were all just like, just kick him left, kick him left, kick him left.
Yep.
So, yeah, it seemed to work pretty good. Kept him at bay, and then I think two of the judges gave it to me 4 rounds to 1, so got to be happy with a performance like that over arguably one of the best kickboxers, K1 fighters in the world, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, mate, you should be. I pretty much only purchased that stream just to watch you fight. I didn't realise out of the 12 fights, 10 of them were going to be boxing. But yeah, that was just the money just to watch that fight was good enough for me. And one thing I wanted to ask you is, you said after your last fight on Eruption against Eddie that you had 2 more fights at 76 kilos, so the last one being Vedat, and then your other fight coming up at 76. Then you're moving up to 80 kilos. So is that because you're finding the weight cuts getting too hard and you're growing into your body now?
Yeah, and it's just with work, being a chippy, trying to just work that week is just wrecks your body, and it's not. I'm still fighting good at 76. I just don't feel not lazy. I can't think of the right word.
Sluggish.
Yeah, I don't feel sluggish, so I still feel good, but it's just that week's just hell at work, and so it's gonna be easier on my body, easier on my mind, less stress to go to 80 or 79, whatever the division is. And yeah, just that little less stress of making weight. That when I'm training up for the fight, not so focused on the diet, I can focus more on your training, so you're not like sluggish or you're not taking a bit off your training. So yeah, it should be good. Like I said, I'm only 21, so I've still got a bit of growing to do. So I stay at 80 for a while, and then yeah, there's only a couple of people I'll go down to 76 for. One's Jake London, one's Toby Smith, so I'll be happy. I think if those fights get negotiated, and if we can do it higher, I'm happy to do it higher, but if we need to go to 76, I think I'll be able to make that for those two to prove who is the best super middleweight in the country. And
it'd probably be good if you could get a fight on your home turf or close to your home turf, because you seem to always be travelling to Queensland, WA, or wherever it is for fights.
Yeah, we don't mind it. It's just, yeah, it's hard for everyone back home wants to see you fight live, so trying to just get that fight. Like in Canberra's going to be the closest one. It's the only fight we haven't had to fly for a while, but yeah, if we can get it done in Sydney, like I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind fighting anywhere really. Just wherever the opportunity is to fight the best is where we'll go.
We just call you the seasoned traveller.
Exactly. I'm getting some frequent fly miles now.
It's good when you don't have to pay for the flights either.
It wasn't good. We haven't quite figured that out. We've been late for a couple of flights actually, and had to sit around at the airport for a while.
I'm guessing that's late after your fight and not before the fight.
No, actually, we because we live so far away from Orange, you have to wake up at stupid hours and catch the Sydney traffic. So we're always that late, and normally after a fight you haven't really slept, so you just could just go straight to the airport.
Yeah. And one thing I'm keen to pick your brains about is, in our last chat, you mentioned for weight cuts that you fast. Would you be able to go into a bit more detail about how you approach that? Because I remember you were telling me you don't like sitting in saunas, you don't like running in sweatsuits, you'd prefer that method?
Yeah, so I used to do it like not so much the old school way, but just the cut a stupid amount of weight in the one day. And that I hated it. It gave me a phobia of saunas. I absolutely hate the sauna. So yeah, what I do is I have a pretty steady diet up to the fight week, and then on the Sunday before the fight, I'll start water loading. So I'll drink I think it's something like 8 liters on the Sunday, and then 4 on the Monday, 4 on the Tuesday, and then just half it from there out. So I go 2 liters on the Wednesday, 1 liter on the Thursday, and next to nothing on the Friday. And then you're not eating like any starchy foods like breads or pastas. You're not having any salts. You can't eat fruit because like the sugar holds in your weight. So it's not bare minimum food. It's just plain food. So nothing can hold water in, and you're pretty much just pissing out not twice as much, but like more of a percentage of what you're putting in. And then come Thursday, Friday, when you're not drinking as much, your body's still losing what it was from the previous day's drinking. So you're peeing, and then even like the Friday when you got nothing left, you're still going. And
Yeah.
it seems to work for me. It's just because I'm losing. I don't tend to lose as much mass that way. Like I don't lose my body. My body doesn't eat itself like it used to. So I'm still like eating a lot of protein during the week. Like you're eating your eggs during your week, your chicken during the week. So your body's not eating itself. So you still keep that size and that muscle about you. And then I just feel it's just I tried it once and then never looked back. I think it was 4 or 5 years ago when I first tried it, and then it works for me. It might not work for other people, but it's definitely my way of doing it.
Yeah. So when you say you eat, like obviously you don't eat foods with salt and sugar to retain the water. So when you are water loading, what foods are you predominantly eating or snacking on?
So I wake up on this Sunday and have like essentially just like 4 boiled eggs or something for breakfast.
Yep.
Or even it's just normally what I do. I don't really look too much into the foods because I'm lazy, but so like 4. I have my eggs for brekkie, nothing on them, and then have that with like a protein shake with water.
Yep.
And then your smoko during the day, you're having just like a salad bag from Woolies or something with chicken or salmon in it, and then at night you have steamed veggies with chicken or again salmon. Like, I don't tend to do steak because I feel like it sits on me too much.
Yeah.
So always just have the chicken and the salmon and the protein just to get that through, and then come Thursday though, I'll stop eating on the midday.
Yep.
And at that point though, I might cheat my last meal. I might have whatever my body's craving, like whatever I feel like that doesn't have salt or anything in it. I'll have that because if I'm having I don't know, like a 200 gram packet of chips or something, that's only 200 grams that you put in your body. Like, you're not going to get fat from that. It's not the amount of calories you're eating. It's just the weight of what you're eating.
Yep.
So that last meal, you're absolutely craving chocolate. You want a chocolate, like go have some chocolate. You want sushi, like go have a piece of sushi. Go have whatever it is. Just weigh it, because that's the amount of weight that's going to be on your body. It's not the amount of calories or the amount of. It's not like weight gain in a way.
Yeah, and what I wanted to ask you was, because we were talking about before, like I was looking at your photos, like you can clearly see the difference in your body structure and that it's grown, like when you had your fight with Toby, looking at the post weigh-in compared to like when you see your last post weigh-in and with Eddie and that your body's completely changed and you're actually getting bigger. And I did say that in our last chat that because you're only 20 at that time, and you even said yourself that you definitely were going to be going up in weight sooner or later. So around what fight did you, or when did you start to realise that getting this down to 76 kilos is probably going to be a bit too much to keep doing it? And when did you make the decision to actually do the more healthier thing and the better thing for your body and move up in weight?
Realistically, I got over it the first time I made 76. So I just hate cutting weight. I love my food. I love being a fat kid. I can't wait till I'm retired and I'm looking like Ricky Hatton. I can't wait. But, it had to be. I don't even know. I think it just got to that point. I think it was maybe against Lyndon last year because I fought Jake at 76 at the start of the year. Then I had about 6 months off, and then I fought Lyndon again. Lyndon, I fought Stefan. I felt good making that weight, and then getting to I think it was partly getting to 76, and it was getting into summer, so working in the heat, and he just felt drained and exhausted. So I thought, no, this isn't for me, and I hate that week. So I can't remember. I saw a video or I read something on, might have been Joe Rogan or something about weight cutting and making it like a happier training camp and just something like that. I knew from then I had to step up eventually because like I'm growing. It's not good for my body. It's not going to be good in a couple of years' time if I keep doing what I was doing. So, yeah, I'm just slowly going to go up. The fight, like with Badat, making 77 was a bit of a struggle. And now this fight, in 2 weeks, is at 79. So yeah, I'm just going to slowly get up there. I still, like I said, I'll still go back to 76 for Jake and Toby, just because there is that question of who's the best out there at the moment. So if they eventuate and we can't agree on a weight that's a bit higher, like if everything's happy for me to go down, I might have to go back down for that. But other than that, I just want to be a bit happier during camp, a bit happier during the final week, and just have that less stress of travelling. Because we're in Orange, we got to travel 4 hours to the airport and then get on a plane.
Yeah.
Just not have that stress of cutting weight and thinking like while you're travelling, all that. Just that little bit more peace of mind and just that little bit happier flight week.
Well, if you end up rematching Jake again, you might be able to do it more on your terms. You know, you've travelled up to Queensland twice, fought in front of his home crowd twice. If you can get that third one, might be good if you could get it closer to your home and on your terms.
Yeah, I'd be happy. I was talking to Josh about it on this. He's promoting the Chaos where I'm fighting in 2 weeks, and I don't know what happened there, but if he's happy to do it there, I'm happy to do it there. But yeah, I don't really care about the weight. I don't really care where it is. I don't care if it's for a WBC title with him. I don't care if it's nothing to do with the rankings, because that seems to be what everyone cares about, the belts and the rankings at the moment. So
yeah.
If it's just happy, I'm happy to do it at catch weight or whatever. It's just, yeah, if we can do it in Sydney, that'd be awesome, because like I got people screaming out here to want to come watch me watch, and you know I want to do it in front of my family and my friends and all that. And we still get a good crew up to Queensland every now and then, but yeah, just to have one closer to home and have a big fight like Jake close to home would be good.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of fights, mate, you've got a world title fight coming up against Englishman Mark Timms on Josh Tonner's show Chaos 2 on the 1st of June. What do you know about your opponent?
Not a whole lot, really. I know that he's a glory fighter.
Yep.
So that's, like, you can't overlook him just with that statement right there. It's one of the best kickboxing organisations outside of one at the moment. So, yeah, I know that he's got heavy hands. From photos, he seems like a thicker built dude, so I'm going to have to be hitting hard. But other than that, really, he's got an impressive record. It seems that he hits hard, so yeah, I don't know too much. I just tend to focus on myself, really.
Yeah, he trains out of City Kickboxing alongside Israel Adesanya. Sam Hill, he actually fought Israel in King of the Ring few years ago on the cruiserweight 84 kilos. He lost to him in the second round.
I saw that.
Yeah, so no, he's a good lad, quite thick as well. So he's used to fighting up to 4 kilos.
And that's the thing. He's not training with any slouches over there like City Kickboxing. You got Brad Riddell, you got Blood Diamond over there, you got Israel. It's a high quality gym. So
Sam Hill, Sam DeShank Hill, Dan Hooker trains there sometimes as well. So. Yeah, it's definitely a world-class gym. How are you feeling going into it, and given that it's a kickboxing match and you're predominantly a Muay Thai fighter and you won't be able to use your favourite weapons, your elbows?
I'm confident with it. Like, it's good to have I don't want to call Vedette a warm-up fight because it was no way near a warm-up fight, but
Yeah.
it was good to like have that experience against Vedette. They offered that fight K1, and we just had a chat. We're like, oh, we won't throw elbows. So, oh, fair enough. And then it seemed to be all right. I seemed to do all right without using my elbows. I do remember a couple of times in that fight where I did clock it and it seemed like I was going to throw up. And then even still doing pads, you do clock your elbows a bit, and you think you smack yourself in the head and say don't do it. But no, I think I adjusted well with Vedette, so I think that it's only going to get better now with Mark. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Really, I enjoyed the K1 side of it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes.
I was going to ask, is this like, are you going to be venturing more into K1, or are these sort of fights just to keep you busy while you stay active in Muay Thai, or are you looking to venture into both or one or the other?
Well, but that was just kind of a fill-in fight. We just got offered that, and I'd heard him before. I knew that when he won that 8-man, when he beat Michael Guardado, I knew of him.
Yep.
So yeah, they just offered that fight, and I was like, oh, that's a big name. I hadn't been down in Melbourne in 3 years, so it was a good excuse to go down there and see my brother that lives down there. So even if it had to be K1, it had to be K1. But then with Mark, I think Josh was trying to get the fight K1. He was trying to get the fight Muay Thai, but with his Glory contract, he's not allowed to fight Muay Thai rules.
Yep.
I think that's right. So yeah, it's happened to be, and Josh asked if I was still happy to fight it, and I was like, sure. So I love my striking, so yeah, I'll be. It's not really venturing in. It's just the offer's there. The offer's there. If the offer's right, and yeah, the promotion's right, the offer's right, situation's right, 100%. We'll do K1 fights, and yeah, it's not really venturing in. It's just what's there, what got offered. I had a slow year last year. I only fought. It was a good end of the year, but I only fought 3 times last year.
Yeah.
And had a big break in the middle, so I told Danny and Andrew that I just wanted to stay busy this year and fight as much as possible. So those fights came up, and yeah, just had to go with what was offered.
Well, you're certainly staying true to your word, and you've got to be excited that you're fighting close to home instead of travelling afar and being the underdog. So how much of that is going to play a role or be important to you, knowing that you're going to have a good, solid crew there cheering you on?
Yeah, it's going to be great. Like, this is the first time I haven't had to catch a plane to go fight in almost 2 years since I left my old gym, went out by myself. That's the first time that I can get a good fan base there and get a few of the boys there and get family there, and yeah, so it's gonna be real good. I don't really know how much of a role it's gonna play. Like, I haven't fought in front of them in years, but I've always had my mates watching back at home, so I still try and put on the show with them, and I'm sure they'll be screaming out. So I'm sure it'll give us that little bit extra when we need it.
Definitely, mate. And then, of course, you're not slowing down. 2 weeks after Chaos, you're fighting David Penimpede up in Queensland again. You seem to have quite a good following up there, and given that you're a regular up there now, how excited for this fight are you, and what can the fight fans expect from you? Because I've been wanting to see this fight for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I'm excited for that fight. Like I said, like you said, it's a fight that's been needing to happen for years. Since me and Dave won the Aussie team together back in 2014, I think it was, and ever since then, I think we both kind of knew we're going to cross paths eventually. And then, yeah, I don't know what happened. I was kind of in the lighter weights for a while, and then just moving up, and we both just, whenever a promoter was asking us about it, we both just kind of seemed to have a fight already lined up or whatever. And then, yeah, we got the message last week that Toby's pulled out, and we wish him a speedy recovery. I can't say exactly why he's pulled out, but I hope he comes back. He'll always come back bigger and stronger. So, yeah, they offered us the fight, and like I said, we sat down with Danny, sat down with Andrew, and yeah, we're like, can't see why not. It's been 4 years in the making. I told him I want to stay active this year. I want to prove that I'm one of the best, if not the best, 76 in Australia. So this is just another step towards that goal. So yeah, like the four main fighters at the moment are at 76, I believe, are me, Toby, Jake, and David. And I've already fought Toby and Jake, so Dave's just that full circle that I'm happy to do at 76. So I'm over the moon for it. And yeah, we've got a real good following up there at the moment because thanks to Paulie from Eruption for that, Paul and McCauley, he's really promoted me up there and helped me get a strong fan base. And yeah, Adam King's done a great job putting us on, getting two New South Wales boys to fight in Queensland. So I hope we still get a big crowd there. And I can't really say what my style's going to be. It all depends how I pull up after Mark's fight.
Yep.
Either way, I'm sure it'll be an exciting fight. And yeah, I'm over the moon that it's happening. I can't wait for it.
At least you won't have to worry about getting cut because you won't be able to use elbows in the kickboxing on Chaos. So that's
the thing too. I haven't thrown elbows in my last two fights, so I guarantee they're going to be coming out. They'll be coming out in Queensland, and I won't be able to help myself in that aspect.
And like after your fight with Tim, I know because you're at 79. So is the fight with Penimpede, is that at 79 or are you fighting at 76?
That's a great question. I think it's at 79.
79?
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's at 79. I'll have to get back to Danny on that, but I think it's just because it's so close to that fight. I can't remember if we said 79 or not, but I'm pretty sure we said 79. So it's just that, like I said, like Dave can fight at 79. He has the WBC Oceania at 79. He's beat
light heavyweight. Yeah, it was
he beat Brad Trainer at 79.
It.
He beat what's his name? He's from LBD's gym. I can't remember his name. Bryce. He beat Bryce.
Oh, Bryce. What's his last name? Maguire, is it?
Yeah, he beat Bryce Maguire for the Oceania title at 79. So like Dave's no stranger to it. So yeah, it's going to be good just having that little bit extra peace of mind too. And we're both going to come in that little bit stronger, that little bit less drained, and hopefully put on a more exciting fight then.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you're not looking past these two fights because they're what's put in front of you. But have you got anything else on the horizon at all that you can tell us about, or?
Yeah, end of August I should be back on Eruption. I don't know if Paulie's announced the opponent yet or anything, so I don't really know if I can say.
Yeah.
But there's that, and then there's some talk maybe back in Melbourne in October, and then hopefully November if I can get another Muay Thai or kickboxing one in, or if not, they're having a boxing show in town here in Orange. So we've got a great little boxer that we work with, Jack Littlefield, who we go over sparring, and just doing that, I'm starting to enjoy that. So if we don't get any Muay Thai or K1 in November, I think we might have a crack at boxing just to end the year off, and then start 2020 fresh.
You just reminded me, last time we chatted, you said that you often go up to Canberra to Stockade Training Centre to get some sparring in and have some more sparring partners. Are you still doing that?
I haven't been to Canberra in a while. I've been sparring with Steve McKinnon at a Bulldog a lot more. Thanks to Josh, he helped me a lot with the fight with Jay, and became good mates, and that's who's promoting the Chaos show. So all that, but I stopped travelling a bit for sparring just because it's like you're drained when you get there. So I've actually stopped sparring a lot. A lot of sparring that I do is mainly just boxing sparring, but every couple of weeks I'll go to Bulldog and spar Steve up there, Patrick, and Nathan Robson, and let's get the good rounds in, and so that's who I'm mainly doing my kick and sparring with now.
Yeah, awesome, mate, awesome. Well, it's been a good catch up from my point of view, and good to have a chat with you again. Before I let you go though, mate, if people want to follow you, contact you, I know you've got an athletes page out now. How can people get a hold of you?
Just on Facebook, we've got Charlie Bubb Fighter fan page. thanks to Jacob Demikola for running that because I suck at my social media side. So that's on Facebook, Charlie Bubb Fighter, or Instagram is Charlie_Bubb97, I'm pretty sure. So just that, or yeah, either way, that's how we get our updates, and yeah, we update that on a regular basis.
Awesome, mate. And last but not least, anyone that you want to thank or give a shout out to?
Yeah, I always got to give a shout out to my trainers, Danny Maskashiff and Andrew Abbott. Without them, like, I never refer to myself as a fighter. I always refer to ourselves as our team. And those two and their wives, Sinead Abbott and Geesh Maskashiff, without them, they become our little Razor family. And without Geesh is my massage therapist. She works out all the cranks and everything. And Sinead's pretty much just my personal counsellor and hairdresser. So without our little team, I wouldn't be anywhere where I am now. And always got to give a shout out to Quadamooka Cup Suicide Prevention. It's I say it after every fight, and we wear the shirts proud. It's hit my community in Orange here pretty hard this year. So I always got to give a shout out. There's always someone to talk to out there. Like, everyone is worth fighting for, and yeah, we're all here to get through every day together. And just because it's a day-by-day process doesn't mean you have to give up. So keep working it day by day, and we'll all keep pushing through together.
Solid words, mate. Solid words. Well, you're an in-demand fighter at the moment, and everybody wants to get a piece of you to try and see who's the best and prove that they're the best against the best. So, mate, it's been great watching you. It's been awesome following you. And, hopefully we can have another chat in the near future again. Appreciate your time.
Legend, mate. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Great warriors, revered and notorious, infamous and legendary. That to me is glorious. Come kick and still talk some shit with me. I'll ask so you can answer and explain to me the history. I had to throw a vicious knee. I got a passion for the art of 8 limbs. I'm just asking from the heart. So as I conclude this interview, thanks so much for sitting through. Loved all the fighters and the folks that listen. This for you.